about to give them what they want. I don't think they're ready for this though. Beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode.
What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones, representing Pump Chasers. You already know. PumpChasers.com for the brand. TigerFitness.com for the subs. You ready to take that next step and get yourself in shape? BeastMode316.com. We preaching nothing but the natural gospel over here. Hello, everybody. We preach the natural gospel over here, baby. You can look great and do great things. Keep it natural. So, guys, about to make me some sweet potato pancakes right here. And I want to do a quick video. 4 ways to increase your fat burning. Okay, to increase the speed of your fat burning. You know, one thing I'm known for is getting fat when I bulk. Shout out to Fat Jones, he's out here right now. And another thing I'm known for is I tend to cut pretty fast. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 4 quick tips of how you can accelerate your fat loss. Hey, any tips some of you guys have, comment below, we'll be happy to read them. Tip number 1. This is an old school method. I'm talking back in the golden era days. 2-a-days. Now, before the hippie comments come talking about how 2-a-days is not good for natural bodybuilders, hear me out. First and foremost, natural, enhanced, whatever. The mind and body are highly adaptive. You'll be surprised what your mind and your body can get used to, okay? Like, look at these gymnasts. Like, motherfuckers be doing triple backflips, folding themselves in pretzels, you name it. You see people on Instagram do all these superhero workouts, people that run marathons, the list go on. You can get used to anything that you do for an extended period of time. If you ignore those hippie voices in your mind and you constantly dig deep and you train through the fire, you can get used to anything. You can mold yourself into a hell of a motherfucking man or woman if you're willing to do things that others aren't willing to do. Now, I'll be 100% honest with you. 2-a-days can be taxing, which is why I don't do it long term. Now, when I was prepping for a show, I did 2-a-days towards the end of my prep. And you got my whole ready program, you're already familiar. But I would do, like, instead of doing chest and back together, I would increase the chest training volume and maybe do chest in the morning and do my back at night. That way I can have 2 full workouts where I can really train intense with more volume and burn more calories. And since I'm splitting the workouts up, I'm able to train a little more intense. Now, if that's a little too much for you, you can do what I'm doing right now, which is maybe do a light workout in the morning. I have to wake up in the morning and do some calves and abs and cardio. And when I tell you calves, abs, and cardio, I treat the calves and the abs like a main body part. I don't just do like 2 or 3 sets for calves and 2 or 3 sets for abs. I really make sweet love to those muscle groups, and I do some cardio as well. It can take me anywhere from an hour to maybe even an hour and a half if I'm taking my time. And then I'll come home, do some online clients, run errands, whatever I gotta do, and train with some weights at night. So if your schedule allows something like that, that can really speed up your fat loss, because honestly, doing 2 workouts is gonna burn more calories than 1 workout. Unless you wanna be in the gym training for 3 or 4 hours at a time. And to be real with you, your intensity can drop. You know, your blood sugar levels can drop, you can really lose focus, and you probably won't get the most out of your workouts. So tip number 1, try 2-a-days. You don't wanna do 2 main muscle groups in a day. A light workout in the morning or a more intense workout in the evening. That will definitely speed up your weight loss progress. And tip number 2, supplementation. There are herbs, stimulants, and other products. Speaking of that, show my shit at, man. Promote my Cuts FTS is one of those products. This would definitely help you in your fat burning journey. You know, if you're one of the people that are cutting on low carbs, something like that, and you're lacking the energy, which is perfectly natural. It's perfectly natural to feel drained and lack energy when you're not taking in a lot of fuel. You're not taking in a lot of fuel, but now you're burning fuel and your body's having to use like stored fat to help keep you going. Using things like stimulants, herbs, and of course, thermogenics. The name alone tells you what it does. It's gonna help you get a thermogenic effect. When I take something like Cuts FTS, my morning cardio, I already notice my underarms are already starting to get moist. Like my body temperature is already increasing and my energy is already going through the roof. So try stimulants, like caffeine, green tea extract, herbs, products like 7 Keto. I have a product in here called 7 Keto that is really gonna help you burn fat, guys. But of course, you have to make sure your diet's on point. These products are called supplementation, meaning you supplement. Kind of like if you need a little extra money, you're not gonna quit your job, right? You're gonna do something to supplement your income, something to increase your income because you can use a little extra money. That's all this does. This gives you a little extra help. So try supplementation, herbs, thermogenics, stimulants, things that's gonna help you push through, especially those times when you're feeling a little drained, but you wanna still keep going, all right? Tip number 2. And tip number 3, one of my best kept secrets, carb cycling. When you get to those, let's say you're getting lean, right? And you're having trouble getting that last little piece of fat off. You know what I mean? Maybe you're down to your last 5 or 10 pounds or so. It's becoming a little difficult, or the results just a little more slower than you want. I like to do a little carb cycling. And I have several formulas depending on your goals, depending on where you're at, depending on your split, which is very important as well. I'm just gonna give you a simple basic instruction. Maybe try lowering your carbs on your rest days or on the days where you're training smaller body parts. Like for example, let's say you're taking in 225 grams of carbs, right? On leg days, right? Well, maybe on the day you're training arms, take it down to 125. Or on the days where you're not training at all, maybe cut it down to about 75 grams of carbs. It might sound like very little food. Like when you hear a number like 75 grams of carbs, you're like, oh shit, that's not enough food. Trust me guys, it's not a big deal. Let me show you something. Now, this bag right here, look at my hand. This bag right here is full, right? Now, if this was rice, it would probably be like 200 grams of carbs. This is cauliflower rice. And this whole bag, I eat a bag of this every day lately because I'm cutting, right? This whole bag is only 16 grams of carbs. This is just one of many examples. Just because your carbs are low, don't mean your food volume is low. You're still gonna be able to get food volume in your stomach. You're still gonna be able to go to bed full every night. Just gotta make the proper substitution. You might have to eat more salads, eat more stuff like this. Maybe have beans with your meals to get some carbs and fiber. All thing cutting your carbs means is not cutting out your food, it's just making the proper substitutions. That way you can still get full. There's been days where I had 50 grams of carbs and I still went to bed satisfied every day because I ate the proper substitution. So yeah, try cycling your carbs. That way you can get a deeper deficit for the week. All right, that's tip number 3. GF Way, TigerFitness.com. So the last tip number 4 to speed up your fat loss. Guys, a lot of you guys don't realize the body is moved by muscle. Even my mouth, there's muscles in my face that's making my mouth move. There's muscles in my hands. Everything that creates movement on the body comes from muscle. With that said, when you're doing your cardio, guys, try to consciously throw your glutes in. The glutes is one of the biggest muscles on the body. Like I just said, muscles what create the movement. So if the glutes is one of the biggest muscles on the body, it's one of the biggest spenders of energy on the body. If you increase the glute activity, you increase the calories burned. So when you're on the Stairmaster, don't just be leaning over there, hunched over, right? Try to consciously squeeze. Throw the mid-foot to heel in and squeeze your glutes with every step. Guys, there's times where I get on that Stairmaster, And my glutes damn near go numb for all the repetitions I'm consciously throwing into my glutes when I'm on that Stairmaster. That's one of the reasons why the Stairmaster seems to give me the fastest results. You're literally throwing your quads and your glutes in there into overload. Also, when you're on the treadmill, instead of walking on there flat, raise the incline. Me, myself personally, I like a 10 incline. I like a 10 incline and a 3.0 speed. That's gonna activate your hams and your glutes. Again, the glutes is one of the biggest muscles on the body. Therefore, it's one of the biggest spenders of energy on the body. So for cardio sessions, try to include those glutes. So there it is. That's 4 tips to help you speed up your fat loss. I hope it helps you guys out. You already know, beastmode316.com for fat loss meal plans, online coaching, and downloadable programs that work. You already know, pumpchasers.com for the gear, and tigerfitness.com for the subs. And also, if any of you guys are gonna be at the Arnold Classic Expo 2022, I will be there Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. until. I will be there until I meet everybody that wants to meet me. So you wanna pull up and say hi, I'll be there shaking hands and kissing babies. I hope to see you there. I'll be there Saturday and Sunday from 1 p.m. until I meet everybody that wanna meet me. Thank you guys for your support. I'll catch y'all later. Bam!
We need a moment of silence before we fuck up these weights.